So this is now ready to be found and loaded by the Shape App basic program. The only change that we made in the host was to reflect the updated host item name that we specified in the template. There's no reason to use this application instead of app add-in. This is simply to illustrate that this is where the host item name shows up in the host application. So you do need to be aware when you are creating the template what startup classes will be searched for by the host. So we can go ahead and build and run the Shape App program now. And we will see that the new add-in was found because it was moved automatically to a location searched for by the host. Now we will see how to update a template manually. To do this, we first extract the template, which was created with Project Gen. Then we update the VS template and the project files to include the post-build event and file used in the Shape App sample templates. Once the updated files have been saved, we rezip the template and place it in the project templates location specified in the registry. Then we register the template manually by running setup for VSTA and Visual Studio from the command prompt. For this tutorial, we will be updating the template created in step 1. We will use the template included in the Shape App sample as a basis for our update. We will take the post-build event and install add-in JS file used by the post-build event and incorporate those into our own template. I've already extracted the included template and opened the VS template and cproj files in Visual Studio. We will be copying from these files into our own template. Our first step is to extract the template we created using Project Gen in step 1. Then we will use Visual Studio to edit the VS template and CSproj files. Any text editor can be used to make these changes. Visual Studio is a little easier because of the color coding and IntelliSense. First, we will add the post-build event. So going into the included template, we will locate the post-build event, which is the last property group included for the project. And let's take a look at this post-build event again real quick. This post-build event uses a file, install add-in.js, to move the add-in assembly to the location specified here under My Documents. So it would be under My Documents, Shape App C#, App Add-ins. To use this for your own host, change the host ID here, Shape App C# to your host ID, and then be sure that your host application is searching under My Documents, Host ID, App Add-ins for the add-ins to load. So we'll copy this entire property group, go into our own template, and paste this in the same location that we copied it from. Next, we will need to include the install add-in.js file in lists of included files. These lists are in both the CSproj and VS template files. So going into the included templates CSproj file, we find the section where these files are listed. If we go down, we will see that the install add-in.js file is listed in its own item group. So we copy the entire item group, go into our add-in, and then find the same list in our add-in. Here's the list. So we're going to paste the item group into the same location that we copied it from. Now we need to include the install add-in.js file in the list of included files that is in the VS template file. So going to the included template in its VS template file, we go through the list of project items, and we find the install add-in.js file included as a project item. We copy this, go back to our own template, and then in the VS template file here, we paste the project item into the same location that we copied it from. We save our changes. Now let's review the changes that we made. In the CS proj file, we added a post build event, and we added the install add-in.js file to the list of included files. In the VS template file, we also added the install add-in.js file as a project item. Once we have saved our changes, we can close out of this. And going back to the files from our extracted template, we now need to add the install add-in.js file. So we will go to the included template, which was already extracted. Locate the install add-in.js file and copy that over to our extracted files. The install add-in.js file and post build events are also available online. We now rezip the extracted and updated files. And we move the updated template to the project templates location and get rid of the original. Now that the updated template is in the project templates location, we register it manually with VSTA using the setup command, and now with Visual Studio using the dev-env setup command. The Visual Studio setup takes a couple of minutes, so we'll go ahead and skip over that. And now that registration is complete, we will create a add-in based off the template using VSTA. So in our templates pane, we select the C# template, which we just updated. And as you can see, the install add-in.js file is included in the project. And going to the build events pane, we see that the post build event is also included. So we'll go ahead and add a little bit of code to this add-in to show that it has been found by the host. And build the project. Now if we go into the location specified in the post build event, My Documents, Shape App C#, App Add-ins, we will see that the assembly is here. It's located in a folder which name matches the assembly's name. Now we'll go into the host and see that the startup class has been changed. This was changed to match the host item name specified on the third screen of Project Gen. As you can see, the add-in is also using this application as the startup class. So we will now build and run the host. And as you can see, the add-in is found. In this tutorial, we created a project template using Project Gen. We then updated the template using Visual Studio by creating a project based on the template, adding updates, and exporting the project as a Visual Studio template. We also manually updated a template by extracting the template, updating the files, and zipping the updated files. For both types of updates, we then copied the updated template to the project templates location and manually registered it with VSTA and Visual Studio. This concludes the Updating a VSTA Project Template tutorial. Any questions about this tutorial can be submitted through our forums at www.sumsoft.com/forums or to our support line directly at vstasupport@sumsoft.com. Thank you for your time and interest, and have a good day.